Hello, I'm Dr. Jane Tornator, brain geek and self-love expert. Today, we're going to talk about how powerful kindness is for you. I just finished reading this book, as I'm always reading books. I love it. Do Nothing: How to Break Away from Overworking, Overdoing, and Underliving by Celeste Headlee. It's awesome. I highly recommend you read it. But anyway, that's not the real purpose of this video. Kindness is such an easy way for us to feel better, and yet we seem to forget about it, especially when we get scared and isolated. Kindness is harder to reach. Now, there are all sorts of good reasons why kindness is powerful for you. And I just read these ones in the book, Do Nothing. Read that book. And I wanted to share them with you. And I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them. First of all, feeling kind or doing kind acts releases endorphins. These are neurotransmitters that help reduce our pain and creates a feeling of euphoria, a feeling of well-being. The second thing kind acts do is they produce the elation as much as vigorous exercise can. Like, I didn't know that. Who knew that? They call it the helper's high. And the third thing is, and this is probably better, easier for most of us to connect with, is when we focus on helping other people, we stop focusing so much on our own needs and our own problems. And it always feels better to do that. And I'll share with you a study that she cited, which kind of blew my mind. It looked at families who donated organs of their deceased loved ones, and they felt better and less depressed than the people who do not donate the organs of their deceased loved ones. Now, the good news is you don't have to donate organs to feel good. Small acts can help. I'll give you some examples. And I first started practicing this life thanks to my dear friend Mary, who called me one day and she said, I'm having a hard day, so I wanted to call you and tell you I love you because that always makes me feel better. I will be forever grateful for Mary for giving me that tip. So now I do the same thing. I text or I call and say, hey, just wanted to let you know I love you. And I feel good and they feel good and it's all great. Other things, like when the pandemic first started, I would buy little things for the people who were serving me. I remember I bought a cup of coffee for a woman who worked at Whole Foods, and apparently they don't get their coffee for free. So I bought her a coffee and she almost cried. I mean, it was a cup of coffee and she almost cried. That's how deeply my act of simple kindness touched her. And, it's a year later and it still makes me tear up. Another thing I did at that time was I bought doggy treats I go to a pet food store and I asked the teller, what kind of treats does your dog like? And she told me, so I bought her a bag and she still remembers. She's like, you have no idea how much that meant to me. I mean, these are very small things and they have such a profound effect. So my wish for you is that you do a little act of kindness. Today, I sent a book that I recently read and loved to my friend Mary as an act of kindness, and it made me feel so good to do it. Very small little things can vastly improve how we experience our life. So I wish more acts of kindness for you and for everyone. And if this is helpful for you, please pass it on to somebody else. Spread the kindness. In the meantime, take good care. Bye.